there he is. Oh. Tried to set the hook, he had his mouth on it, went to set the hook, and he was gone.
It's early fall and we're at Bear Creek Cottages on South Bay, Lake Nipissing, and Ontario, Canada. And Lake Nipissing is synonymous with big muskies, and I've got two heavy hitters here with me. They're gonna help us try to figure out how to catch them. Got pro guide Danny Columby and Sean DeGagne, who owns the resort and also guides out here on the lake. Danny, what are the muskies doing out here on Nip?
Well, I don't think the muskies are terribly happy right now. We've had some kind of funky weather. It's been cold, it's been rainy a lot, and they haven't seen a lot of sunshine. So this day, hopefully we'll bring them up to the tops of the reefs where we can find them.
Excellent. Sean, what about presentations?
Presentations, we're gonna go along with, like Danny said, it's been cool. So we'll start off slow with some jerk baits, slower stuff, and then today, as the sun comes out, I think it'll warm up and these fish are gonna come to the top of these shoals and we could troll them or cast bucktails, whatever, and I think we'll get into a couple big guys today.
The Musky Hunter, brought to you by Yeti Coolers, Bass Pro Shops, Ontario, Canada, Shimano, G. Loomis, Power Pro, Mercury Outboards, Ranger Boats, Joe Booker Outdoors, Musky Mayhem Tackle, Motor Guide, Musky Innovations, Phantom Lures, and Musky Hunter Magazine.
From bass and walleye to crappie in the great outdoors, you deserve more than old school aluminum. Reward yourself with the quality, performance, and extra room in a Ranger aluminum design. Packed with features, these rigs carry an ultra-smooth dry ride and stable platforms. Experience a Ranger aluminum boat today. It's engineered to excel and priced to be yours.
Looking for the latest in musky gear? We have musky sweatshirts, t-shirts, and hats. A full line of musky DVDs and books. Gear up with a complete line of release tools. Shop Musky at muskyhunter.com. Bear Creek Cottages is located approximately 3.5 hours north of Toronto in South Bay on Lake Nipissing in Ontario, Canada. Bear Creek Cottages is perfect for the musky angler. It's got great cabins, an incredible docking system, its own boat launch, and best of all, you're close to some of the best musky fishing on Lake Nipissing. Lake Nipissing has a lot of big spots, big islands, big points, big reefs like we're fishing here. And like any other Canadian lake, it's got the same type of structural elements, but it's larger because it's a big water. So it just takes you a little bit longer to fish some of the spots. So although you want to be everywhere and keep running and gunning fishing spots, you can do that here. Just remember that it takes you a little bit longer. So be thorough going through them and fish them, and then move on to the next. Big spots, big fish.
Fish. Oh yeah, he's on. Net.
Got it.
Come on up to this side. Come on up here, Sean.
Other side of you?
Yeah. I'll turn it over.
Yep. He wants to go.
Yeah, he does. Who does he think he is? fish, come on. Oh, I'll get him to you, come on. I'm bringing him to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
On the board.
Yes. Nice job. Blind figure eight. Got a figure eight. You never know when it's coming.
Fish on the board.
Nice Nipissing lunge. Look at that guy. Yeah. Beautiful. Nice fish.
Good one, Jim, on the sneaky color.
Blind figure eight. Cowgirl. Love it. Oh, come here, you. Oh yeah, nice fish. Gotta love it.
They always do that to you.
They do, they like that for me. Lake Nipissing is big water. If you take a look at the map, you're gonna see there's lots of humps, islands, points, and a lot of them all hold fish. But if you wanna navigate through them, what's really, really important to make sure you've got a Navionics chip inside your Lowrance sonar. That will show you where all the various humps are, and when you start fishing an area, you can lay down waypoints, have plot trails, and save those so you can navigate through the area. Don't try to fish too much of this lake. Fish South Bay, break it up into sections, really learn it, navigate through, and you can get anywhere you want to go safely and catch a lot of muskies.
There he is. Oh! Tried to set the hook, he had his mouth on it, went to set the hook, and he was gone.
Look decent.
No, it was maybe a 40-incher.
Yeah.
You get somebody new to muskie fishing, how do you help them get started?
You definitely want to have a GPS, some kind of GPS unit with an avionics chip. It'll be a huge help to you out here. But if you don't have it, and we have people come to the camp, the markers, the green and red markers, black and yellow markers are a great place to start. There's lots of structure, lots of rock around those spots, and they definitely hold fish. So there's tons of structure out here on this lake, and it won't take you long to find fish.
You'll get like a whole pot of these fish come in here, and they'll just keep hitting until you pick them all off, and then the spot will be dead until the next big wind or the next big weather system, and then these ones move out of there, and a whole new crop move in.
This is the new Hex Crankbait from Phantom Lures, and it's really a different crankbait. If you take a look at the lip, you can see the very unique shape of this metal lip here makes it different and gives it a very, very different action. Now this bait, the great thing about it is you control it at really high speeds. 6 miles an hour can easily handle that speed. And besides having the vibration, like any bait like this, what really is special is it walks. While it's vibrating, it's gonna walk side to side. You're gonna get that kind of walking action. So if a muskie's found behind it and that bait goes right or left, it'll trigger a strike. Any good crankbait, you're looking for that little bit of side-to-side kick for it or walk, or if you want to run the bait out deep and run a lot of line, this will get it done as well. But a speed trolling bait that you really want to check out, this Phantom Hex is something you want to check.
Bass Pro Shops. It's more than a store.
It's great service from folks who know what they're talking about.
A place with a great selection of brands you love.
And so many clothing options to choose from.
It's a low price guarantee.
And free events that are fun for the whole family.
If you've never been to Bass Pro Shops, you don't know what you're missing.
Are you searching for that secret lake or magic lure?
There's no one secret in musky fishing.
Knowledge is power.
You want to catch more muskies?
Get Musky Hunter.
Get Musky Hunter.
Get Musky Hunter.
Subscribe now and get cutting-edge information from the top muskie professionals. Learn to locate muskies in any water using the hottest musky lures. Get the latest on new musky gear and exclusive musky wear. Get 6 big issues for only $23.95. Call 1-800-23-MUSKY or go to muskyhunter.com.
The muscle memory of a million casts fires again and again, as natural as every breath that I take. I can't stop. Just one more cast, strike, fight.
Wow. Look at that one.
I live for the pursuit.
XI5 from Motor Guide, a wireless trolling motor engineered for anglers by anglers, delivering key performance attributes with power, toughness, stealthy, quiet operation. And for you control freaks, our optional pinpoint GPS navigation system lets you position your boat precisely where the fish are, instantaneously, accurately, built to earn you bragging rights. Meet the all-new XI5, only from Motor Guide.
Where's the dream destination of all muskie anglers? Ontario. And for good reason. It's loaded with giant muskies. Ontario has hundreds of waters with thousands of spots loaded with trophy muskies waiting for you. Don't fight the crowds. Explore the waters of Ontario. Fish alone and get back in touch with nature. Ontario, it's the place where muskie dreams come true. To find out more about my favorite Ontario muskie waters, check out gofishinontario.com.
This episode of The Musky Hunter is brought to you by Ontario, Canada.
Marty Bleestra of Linden, Ontario, Canada, caught and released this 50 1/4 inch muskie from Lake Nasponsing in Ontario.
Where are you?
I'm right behind you with the other bait.
Out of the way. Yeah, he never, I never saw him. I just saw the boil, never touched the bait. Might have turned off behind it.
Did you get many fish hitting the 8 that you don't even see?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I catch about 40% of my muskies every year on a figure 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd say probably 10% of them I don't see.
Wow.
Yeah. Danny, you fish all over Lake Nipissing, but what makes South Bay so special for you?
Well, yeah, Jim, all ends of the lake have their charm, but South Bay is unique in that you can travel anywhere in a south wind, which is your prevailing wind on the lake here. You can travel anywhere and even stay in South Bay if you have to, and you're always in prime water. And to be honest with you, the biggest fish in the lake I've seen come from South Bay.
Oh, there's one. Here. Is he on, Dan?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
You missed it?
Yeah.
I thought you had him, Danny.
Me too.
I thought so too.
It looks like he had it.
No, never even touched it.
Sean, early fall is obviously a great time to be here in South Bay and Lake Nipissing, but you and your clients and guests, you guys get them all year round out here, right?
Yeah, we do great out here in South Bay just because it has everything these muskies want. They can spawn back in Fish Bay and Hunters Bay. They move out to these shoals and weed beds out in the main lake for the summer periods. And it has lots of rock and steep drop-offs for the fall period. Springtime, slow it down, use smaller stuff in the colder water. Summertime, you can pretty much go all out, fish fast, fish big stuff, small stuff, bucktails, whatever you want. And then the fall, you're gonna come back, you're gonna use big stuff, and then you're gonna slow it down a little bit. Slow down those baits in the fall and find some steep rocks, and you'll get fish in South Bay all year round. Fish! Fish!
I got it.
Oh, right at the boat, man. Right at the boat. It's coming your way.
Leave it to me here.
Yeah, one second.
Got it. Got it.
Sweet, man.
Woo!
Yeah, right on the 8, Danny.
Good one.
Oh, man, I didn't even see that fish coming.
Out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah, right off the 8. Beauty fish. We'll let him go and hopefully catch him another year.
Oh.
Water's getting cooler, these fish are going back healthy.
Nice.
You get out of Dodge Cloud.
We'll cover these 2 lobes and then we can get out of here. I like what these clouds could do to the fish if there's any fish here.
Yeah.
Right.
Fish! Fish on. Come. Not a big one. Not sure. That's a little guy. Little guy. Going back yet. Oh, going back yet.
Yep. There we go. Atta boy, Danny. Good job.
All right.
Want me to hang on to your rod?
Sure. I think that's the smallest one I caught this year.
A fish is a fish, Danny.
That's right. Do we get an award for that? It's a baby.
Go back and get big.
Little corn cob.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. All right. And we braved a tornado for that.
At the end of a long day, we all turn to our GPS and navigate home after dark safely back to our boat ramp or the resort where we're staying. And that's great, but one thing that's going to really help you at dark is a Q-beam spotlight like this. Just plug it in, have your partner turn it on, turn it off as you're driving down the lake. You can see if there's another boat, you can see if there's a log floating on the water, if there's a buoy you need to navigate around. It's going to help you safely navigate home. So carry a spotlight in the boat like this, and you're going to make sure you're going to get home safely, even with your GPS.
Bass Pro Shops. It's more than a store.
It's great service from folks who know what they're talking about.
A place with a great selection of brands you love.
And so many clothing options to choose from.
It's a low price guarantee.
And free events that are fun for the whole family.
If you've never been to Bass Pro Shops, you don't know what you're missing.
Ontario, Canada. The breathtaking scenery, the incredible wildlife, the endless sunsets, and the muskies. Ontario, Canada is home to the greatest musky waters in the world, and giant muskies are awaiting your next cast. Explore the waters of Ontario and catch your personal best.
To find out more about my favorite Ontario waters, check out gofishinontario.com.
For 50 years, Ranger has led the way in innovative, high-performance designs, and we're raising the bar again with a bold new flagship line, the Ranger Z Comanche L Series. These rigs are custom crafted with a passion for perfection and loaded with more features and advantages to deliver domination at every level. The next generation Ranger L Series. Celebrate a legacy, 50 years in the making.
It's time for the Yeti Tough Moment. Lake Nipissing is known for producing giant muskies. When the trip began, Jim, Danny, and Sean struggled to find the big muskies in the calm conditions. As the winds picked up and Nipissing became its normal self, the boys switched tactics to trolling. Were they able to boat a Nipissing trophy? You'll just have to watch to find out. Now that's Yeti Tough.
So on Lake Nipissing, inevitably, you're gonna get big wind. And when you get wind, sometimes it's too windy to cast some of these open water spots, so you wanna troll them. And that's what we're doing. We're systematically trolling some deeper humps out here. We've got 4 lines out, 2 out to the side that are running shallow, and 2 deeper rods and lures out there running deeper, trying to bounce bottom on some of these rocks. You can make long trolling passes with the wind if it's too windy and come back around and go into it, or just turn right into the wind and go around it. When it comes to colors up here in Nipissing, the water's stained, there's tons of walleyes, tons of perch out here. So naturally a lot of orange-bellied and some of the brighter baits. The perch patterns, the fire tigers are great, but also the natural colors, the bait fish patterns can work just as well. So when we're out here trolling, I'm gonna start out by having some perch patterns and some bright ones, and then mix in a natural color and see if there's a particular color preference. Because trolling, when you've got 2, 3, or 4 lines out, you can figure out a color preference. And once you catch one muskie on that color, duplicate it and try to catch more.
How fast do you usually booting around?
3.5 to 3.8.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah, I rarely go above 4.
I'll keep her there.
Fish on.
Fish, fish, here. Fish, fish, fish.
Got it?
Yep, I got
down
him.
a little bit.
Oh, he's up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Want me to take these
I'll
rods
get the
in?
net. I'll get him. I'll get him. No, look out.
Good fish, boys. He came up
coming.
once. He wants to come up again.
Look at him this side.
Hey,
How much line you got?
37.
37, okay.
You got to go the other side with that rod.
Keep the rod out that side, Danny.
Yep.
I'm not gaining on him at all here.
That's okay. Nice and easy. Just put it neutral. Second.
Yep.
I'm on this side.
He's just kind of rolling on me here
okay.
now.
It's okay. Nice and easy.
Yeah.
Stepping back a little bit. Oh yeah, nice fish. Yeah. Nice and easy. Now you're going to roll your rod tip this way and you're going to step back.
Yep.
Okay, just hold on. Nice and easy. Slow down. You get him. Okay, when you start stepping backwards. Start stepping backwards.
He's not done. There we go. Attaboy, Jimmy.
Good one.
Nice.
Beauty.
Oh, good. You got to mix it up out here in Nipissing.
Nice net job. Beauty driving, Danny.
Wait till you see what I got in store for you guys.
Oh, sorry.
Careful. Nice job. Nice fish. Beautiful. Awesome.
Girl was hooked pretty good, so take her time with her. Make sure she goes back good here.
I like that color. Is that your Miller perch? Is that what they call that?
I think they call this a brown bird.
Here she
brown bar
goes.
perch. Nice.
Beauties.
Good job, Dave.
Good job. Do it again.
Yeah.
Get back on it.
Yeah.
One more time, eh?
Now, when we're out here trolling over some of these humps, I have to watch several things at once. We're watching our speed, we're watching our wind direction. If we're going to hit a good spot, we want to be trolling with the wind. That's the fish are going to be facing into that wind, so that's what I'm expecting. And of course, I'm watching my waypoints. So I've got a lot of waypoints on a lot of these spots here. So I'm trying to keep all that stuff balanced. Everybody else in the boat knows what they have to do, so I get to be the driver. It takes a team to troll properly, not just one guy reeling in a fish. It takes a team to be efficient, know what everyone's doing, and you're going to get them.
When you're trolling around some of these humps, you've got a situation where you've got high spots on top of these big humps, like a shallow side and a deep side. So we'll run a couple baits high, just over the top of the rocks, and a couple baits a little deeper to bounce some of the rocks. So if you're going in 12 to 15 foot of water, anytime there's a high spot that comes up to 12, you want to make sure you bounce bottom. But otherwise, you want that bait running clean. So I'll go and I'll take a couple of these shallow raiders and I'll run one really high, pretty short behind the boat, just trying to get up there so it's running over the top of the rock. So if Danny swings in shallow, I know this bait is running up high. And then I'll go to a couple other rods and I may take them and run a couple deeper on the other side. So you've got those depths scattered just in case you want to bump bottom or run free. You're trying to figure out what's the magic speed, what's the magic depth, and what's the magic number and lure to catch the muskies.
Look at that, over 15 feet.
Oh, snagged, I think.
Fish. No, that's fish.
Fish. Yeah, fish.
Just saw him.
Here.
Just saw
Fish.
him. Okay. Nice.
You got the rods, Dan?
Yep. Can you grab this one? Oh, you got the net?
Oh, 20 feet. Oh, it's coming right at me. Whoa. Like this.
Watch the rods behind you.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
You got a good one.
Yeah.
Atta boy.
A good one.
Oh, that's a big fish. Real big fish.
Okay.
Get your rod under him.
Oh, yeah.
You guys gonna take him head first. Head first. Head first.
Yeah!
Giant!
Atta boy, Daddy.
Yeah! Woo! Woo! Nice job.
Run.
That's a fish, boys.
I saw that fish actually hovering about 15 feet down.
Danny had just said to me, he goes, look at this screen, and all of a sudden, zzz, zzz,
Boom.
zzz.
There he was.
Sounded like it was just like it was snagged because it was just going straight. But I looked at the depth and I'm like, no snag. This is a giant, man.
Woo! Oh,
Just
yeah.
Giant
Good
fish.
one. Look at that.
That was just crazy.
Wow.
I knew. Yeah. This is a Lake Nipissing giant muskie, a true Canadian trophy. Unbelievable, man. 40-pounder.
What do you think about 53?
Yeah, just a giant fish. Wow. This is what you come to Canada for. That's what you come to Bear Creek Cottages for. Catch a giant.
And she's still got some growing to do, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, another 3 inches in a couple of
Another
years.
3 inches in another couple of years.
Wow.
Love it.
Look at that. See ya.
Yep. Nice.
Woo! Unbelievable. That was awesome. Lake Nipissing is land of the giants. And Bear Creek Cottages in South Bay and Lake Nipissing, that is the place to stay. Join us next week for another big fish adventure on the Musky Hunter. Yes!
Good job, boys.
Right on.
The Musky Hunter has been brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Oh, it's fish. No, just fish.
Oh, that was a fish. Yeah, that was a fish for sure. That whole line went slack.